series on digital image processing. I am Kanakadurga from St. Peter's Engineering College, working as a associate professor in EC department, St. Peter's Engineering College, working as a associate professor in EC department. I want to discuss on Walsh transformation. Objectives of the talk is to understand the Walsh transformation, to apply the Walsh transformation for any given value of n, that is to calculate the Walsh transformation kernel for a given value of n. I am mainly concentrating on shortcut method. Basics required in order to understand for this talk is what is meant by image transform and what is the need of image transform. Go for a quick review on this. Transform is a mathematical tool which is used in order to convert from one domain to another domain. Normally, the signals and the images are available in the nature in terms of a time coordinating system, that is spatial domain. We have to convert those signals or the images into frequency domain. So there we require a tool in order to convert image from spatial domain to frequency domain. That mathematical tool we are going to call it as an image transform. So image transform is a mathematical tool which converts spatial domain images into the frequency domain images. So next one, why we have to convert these images from spatial domain to frequency domain? That is need for image transformation. The first point for need for transformation is we will have more information of the images in the frequency domain. We can analyze the images in the frequency domain very easily. And second point is the mathematical analysis is very easy in the frequency domain. So with the first point we have discussed, we will have the more information in the frequency domain. Let us discuss about this point. I am considering a prism. This prism is exposed to sunlight. When the sunlight falls on this prism, at one end, the opposite end, we can observe there are 7 colors. The sun ray is having a single color, is the composition of 7 colors. The information or the signals are there in the sunlight ray, also 7 colors are there, but however, I cannot able to recognize those colors in sun rays. So when you are converting from one domain to another domain by the prism, like one phase to another phase, we are getting more information in the opposite end. Same way for the images, if I am applying the transformation tool from one phase, from one domain to another domain, we can get more information in another domain. And the mathematical tool or analysis of the signal is very easy in the frequency domain. That is the second point. So already we know that the convolution in the time domain is equivalent to multiplication in the frequency domain. So it is a easy process for us in order to do multiplication rather than the convolution process. So mathematical analysis very easy in the frequency domain. The Walsh transformation is proposed by the person Joseph L. Walsh in 1923. For the representation purpose, he took the basis functions as the square waves and rectangular waves. So the square waves and the rectangular waves can be represented by the positive amplitudes and negative amplitudes. So here the basis functions for the Walsh transformation is square waveforms and rectangular waveforms. We have to know what is the basis function first. The basis function is a function is used in order to represent another function called as a basis function. Simple example, let us consider a function f of x. I am representing such a way that f of x is equivalent to x of t plus c, nothing but a constant. So I am representing the function f of x in terms of x of t of a function with an error value also. Nothing c I am considering as an error value. So here the x of t is the basis function for f of x. So as it is, in order to convert the image from spatial domain to frequency domain, I'm considering a basis function or a base for representing from time domain to frequency domain. The waveforms are rectangular and square waveforms. So the rectangular and square waveforms have the values of positive amplitude and negative amplitudes. We are considering them as -1 and +1. So the entries of the matrix of Walsh transformation will have the values of +1 or -1 depending upon their orthogonality of the basis functions. And what is the application of Walsh transformation is, it is having a property of compression, like compaction of property. It very good for compression purpose, but not as strong as DCT. Among all the transformation, the best compression transformation is discrete cosine transformation only. Waves. The square waves and the rectangular waves have the amplitudes of +1 and -1. So the resultant here goes for +1 or -1. Okay. So how we can able to represent that in terms of a mathematical equation is g of x comma u is equivalent to 1 by n I of runs from 0 to n minus 1 whole to the power of bi of x b of n minus 1 minus I of u, where capital N represents the number of samples and bi and the bi of x, the values represents the binary bit values with respect to the x, where x is the spatial coordinating system value and u is the frequency domain representation of the value. So capital N, I want to go for sample of 4. Let us consider capital N is 4, 1 by 4, where I runs from 0 to n minus 1, where the small n ranges from. So how many bits we required in order to represent the value of x, that we have to consider in order to represent n. I requires n in order to represent as a 4. I requires 2 bits 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. So I want to represent, first I will go for I is goes for 0. So I value bi of 0 is there. I want to represent the time coordinating system value has been with respect to 2. Okay. So bi of x, nothing but bi of 2. In the bi of 2, I is 0. In that, what is the 2 is represented with the binary value of 1 0. So b of 0 of 2 goes for 0. So bi of x, so in this the bi of x, this value goes for 0. The same way you can calculate for bn u of minus 1 minus of u also. So simple, we have to remember the bi's of the values represents the binary values of the x or the with respect to the u of the values. So how can you convert the time domain image to frequency domain image by using the Walsh transformation? Is w of u is equals to 1 by n, the sigma x runs from 0 to n minus 1 f of x into pi of I runs from 0 to n minus 1 minus 1 whole to the power of bi of x b of x n minus 1 minus of u. So in this, both the scenarios, the resultant, the value you have to get either this value should be plus 1 or the value should be minus 1. If whatever the power of the resultant value is even, we are going to get plus 1. If I am going to get the resultant of the value is odd, we are going to get the resultant goes for minus 1. So anyhow, the basis Kennel function, you have the values of plus 1 or minus 1. So the inverse Walsh Kennel, so the formula goes for same as it is. X represents spatial and u represents frequency. H of x comma u is equivalent to pi of I runs from 0 to n minus 1 bi of x b n minus 1 minus I of u. So the inverse discrete Walsh transformation is f of x sigma u runs from 0 to n minus 1, the pi of I runs from 0 to n minus 1 minus 1 bi of x b n of minus 1 minus of I of u. So if you observe, both are going to be identical, but in the normal transformation we will have 1 by n of the value, but here in the inverse Walsh transformation we will not having 1 by n. So if 1 by n, so we are observing the formula for Walsh transformation in two-dimensional. So where how can we represent the kernel is forward transformation kernel is g of x comma pi, nothing but since it is a two-dimensional I have to take two variables over here, so I have considered x and y variables, and u comma v has been with respect to frequency variables. Seeing whatever the formula with respect to one dimensional is that, the same formula is applicable. The one dimensional formula for we have observed 1 by n pi of 5 runs from 0 to n minus 1 whole to the power of bi of x b of n minus 1 minus of I of u. Okay, since with respect to the x variable has been converted to u variable in the time to frequency, the same way the y has to be converted to v. So the y has to be converted to v. So we have to consider another variable like y and u. Y goes for spatial domain variable and v goes for frequency domain variable. So the Kennel formula goes for 1 by n pi of I runs from 0 to n minus 1 minus 1 whole to the power of bi of x b n minus 1 minus of I of u plus 1 plus bi of y b of n minus 1 of I of v. So in this, x has been converted in term to a u, y has been converted to p. So with respect to the x, we are considering the u variable, with respect to the y, we are considering the p variable. Time domain to frequency domain by using the mathematical equation part. I am not concentrated on that. I have to go for a shortcut method, how we can easily get the Walsh transformation. I am going to discuss in this class. So first step is for shortcut method in order to get for Walsh transformation. First step is write the binary representation of n where n ranges from 0 to capital N minus 1. Suppose if n goes for capital N goes for 4, the small n has to run from 0 to 4 minus 1 is nothing but 3. Write the binary representation of k, nothing but it is in the frequency domain representation. I am assuming k is the frequency domain representation purpose here. So k you have to consider with respect to the reverse order, whatever the small n ranges, the same k value also ranges. So if n is goes for 0 to 3, the k value also goes for 0 to 3. So in that the k value has to represent in a reverse order, that will be the second step. And the third step, check out the number of overlaps of 1 between n and k. So how many times the overlaps of 1s has been there, the values of n and k we have to see. If the number of overlaps of 1 is 0 time, nothing but you are going to get a positive 1, and if the number of overlaps has been even like 2, 4, the scenario has been there, the even number, then also the value are going to get plus 1. If the number of overlaps has been odd like 1, 3, at that time we are going to having the value of the resultant value is goes for minus 1. Already the basis function we are going to represent in terms of plus 1 and minus 1 only. So we have to found we are going to get the resultant is plus 1 or minus 1. So it decided by the number of overlaps. If the number of overlaps is 0, it goes for plus 1. If the number of overlaps goes for even, it goes for plus 1. If it is odd, then it goes for minus 1. So let's take an example on this. Find the Walsh transformation kernel of G. Find out for the given image of the n. If in this scenario, if you observe the number of samples we have observing the 4, so the for capital N goes for 4. So for this I have to find the Walsh transformation for capital N equals to 4. So what's the first step? The first step, we have to find small n value. So the small n ranges from 0 to capital N minus 1, nothing but 4. 0 to 4 minus 1 is 3. So the n value ranges from 0 to 3. And next one, we have to consider the k value. The k value is also ranges from 0 to 3. So next we have to represent the n value and the k value in terms of a binary representations. So 0 can be represented as binary has been 0 0 and 1 has been 0 1. And 2 can be 1 0 and 3 can be 1 1, and the k value 0 0 and 0 1 and 2 can be 1 0 and 3 has been 1 1. The second step of shortcut method is we have to represent the k value in a reverse order. So when we reverse it, the positions of the bits has to be reversed. So when I am going to reverse 0 0, if I am going to reverse this bit moves over here, so 1 and 0, and reverse it goes for 0 1, and for 1 1 we are going to get it as 1 1. Next, third step, we have to observe for number of overlaps of 1s between n and reverse order of the k value. In this, no ones has been there, so no overlaps. So it is no ones has been overlapped, 0 times there has been overlapped. Okay, 0 time. And in this, since 1 is not there in 0 0 in 1 is not there, so no overlaps occurs. So no number of times goes for 0 times. Here also for this 0 times and 0 times. Next, go for 1 0 of the scenario. In this, first bit is 1. In this, no one is there, so 0 times overlap. Here also the first bit, we have to go for analysis with respect to their positions. Okay, 1 0, no overlapping, so 0 time has been there. In this, the first bit is 1, so first bit is also 1. The overlapping has been done for 1 time, so 1 time has been overlapped. And next, here the first bit is 1 and here the first bit is 1, so 1 time overlap. Next bit is 0, so no overlapping, 1 time has been overlapped. Next one, 0 1, so no 1 is there, so 0 times. And next one, it goes for 1 time. So 0 0 and 1 1, 1 time has been overlapping in this, so 1 time it's overlapping. Next one, the first bit is 0 and the second bit is 1 overlapping, and in this the 0th position of this 1 is overlapping with this, so 1 time overlaps. Next 1 1, no overlapping, so 0 times, and in this this one and this one overlaps, so 1 time. And in this one is going to be overlapped with this one, so 1 time. And last 1 1, 2 times, it goes for 2 times. So depending upon the number of overlaps, we can predict we are going to get +1 or -1. If 0 time also, it goes for +1, so this goes for positive, +1, you can say it, or +1 or positive, anyhow the resultant, anyhow we are going to get 1 only. Either we have to see it is a positive or negative. This is also a positive, this is also a positive, this is also a positive, and this also a positive one, this is also positive one. 1 time is nothing but an odd number, it goes for -1. -1. If the number of overlaps is on odd number, it goes for -1. So 0 time is nothing but +1, -1 time, right, but -1, +1, -1. 0 times +1, -1, -1, 2 times, nothing but it is an even number. Even though the number of overlaps is an even number, we are going to get the resultant is a positive number. So how the Walsh kernel will be 1 by n multiplied with the resultant of the value. So the G of transformation kernel is equivalent to 1 by n, nothing but here we consider capital N, number of samples has been 4. So 1 by 4 multiplied with +1 +1, this is a matrix format, this is a matrix format of the value. Okay, 1 by 4 multiplied with +1 +1 +1, all any of the resultants are going to be 1, so we are not considering all of it. So you can represent for 3 variable also. So this is for 3 variable representation. You can take it out the n value like this, from 0 to n equals to 8, nothing but the n value, small n value ranges from 0 to 7, and k value also ranges from 0 to 7, but we have to take it out the reverse order. The reverse order goes for 0 1 3 5. If the number of overlaps has been analyzed and we have done the analysis +1 and -1, so here the matrix has to be multiplied with 1 by 8, whatever the resultant we are going to get, this has to be multiplied. This will be the Walsh transformation canal. So if I apply this Walsh transformation to the image, if you observe over here, in this the lady picture I have taken for MATLAB. If I am going to do on the MATLAB analysis for the Walsh by using the Walsh transformation in order to convert from time domain to frequency domain of analysis. So I am plotting the histogram in this. The histogram, if you observe, the origin having the more values, and further moving on, the values are going to be decreases. So Walsh transform having the property, it is having a property like separable, nothing but I can apply the Walsh transformation first on rows and second on the columns also, like, or else first on columns or second on rows. And we have already observed the coefficient having the values at the origin having the maximum energy of the values. When you are moving further away from the origin, the values are going to be decreases, and it is compressing the values when compared from the time domain to frequency domain. It reduces the number of values of occurrences in the frequency domain. So the energy compaction property is there for the Walsh transformation, but not as strong as the discrete cosine transformation. So advantages of Walsh transformation is computation is very simple, and disadvantages of Walsh transformation is it is very poor in performance with respect to the compression purpose or compaction of the energy when you compare with DCT. And these are the references. Thank you.